celebrations. But of course, when we look at the halftime stats, I still do have a beautiful, beautiful bevy of stars here joining me. It is Alex, Solomon and Bakari. Gentlemen, when you look at these stats for the halftime, I think it is quite clear to see that Ivory Coast did have quite a couple of chances. I mean, attempts at goals, 6 apiece, 1 on target for Cote d'Ivoire and 2 for Norway. And looking at those full halftime stats, what does it tell you, Solomon, about how Ivory Coast have been doing against Norway so far?
I think so far they start well, they have the ball, but they didn't feel dangerous. And for me, even if you see the action of Pepe, good cross, second post, he came right, but this is the one for
Conan chance, yeah.
He came on his right foot, his left footer, so it's a little bit difficult for him. But I think we create some few chances, but it's not enough. If you want to win that game, we need more to get involved in the box. I think Boni need to be there present, and Kessie need to be as a second striker behind him. And I think we create more chances and probably score more. And the second goal, the second occasion, Pepe, yes, it's his right foot. He put the ball, but Boni have to follow. You have to follow this kind of chances, because you're not going to have, as a striker in this game, you're not going to have a lot of chances. But those are the chances you have to bank on it. And as a striker, you have to keep moving always in the box, which he didn't do.
And Bakari, looking at the chances, I mean, we looked at Conan's chance and Pepe, obviously coming from Yan Diamonde. Those chances are those that are going to rue come the second half, thinking about how they could have at least gone into the half 1-1 against the Norway side?
Yeah, I believe the game I won on defense and details. And surely after shooting only twice, Norway managed to score. And we were talking before the game about it, about how the game can be decided. And today it's a proof that the difference between Ivory Coast and Norway at the minute is just details. And two shots on target, 1 goal on one side. And Ivory Coast was quite dangerous. But I think they're sitting a bit more. So they're starting the attack a bit lower. And when you see the quality of Norwegian player, here Nusa, we were talking about it before the game, it was an individual, I think, skills that managed to dribble past Pepe. I don't know why the right back is not defending at that position. Yeah. Pepe is not a right back. The right back should either communicate with him and tell him to close him inside, or to be himself on the position, but a bit of passivity punish them.
And I like the fact that you talked about it's going to be those classic moments where Norway is going to catch Ivory Coast. And it really was that, because also if you look at the stats, for 30 minutes or so, Norway had no shots, and it was mostly from Ivory Coast. And this is exactly where they hurt them.
Yeah, I mean, going into the second half, Ivory Coast need to take the positive. They started the stronger side. Yeah. They were dominating possession, and they were entering the Norwegians' last third a lot. But it's moments of brilliance that are going to decide the game, and we've seen that from Nusa. He's been the one that's been causing the most threat, in my opinion, for Norway. Every time he gets on the ball, something exciting is going to happen. But at the same time, I feel like Pepe and Diamonde have also produced. Maybe need to be a bit more in the box, but I feel like those two can still hurt Norway. And yeah, it's all to play for in the second half.
Well, trying to hurt Cote d'Ivoire has been Soroth and Erling Haaland. At moments, it also is Martin Odegaard. And in this chance, they actually could have done that. And it was the likes of Ibrahim Sangare who managed to keep them out, Bakari.
Yeah, I think you can feel the connection between all the strikers here, Soroth and Haaland. And you see the movement of Haaland, things Boni didn't do on Pepe's action. They understand each other, and they know the duel will be won at some point, and they need to be reactive and maybe be on second ball. But Sankare was phenomenal. As a defender, I can only appreciate the way he doesn't switch off. Yeah. He doesn't give up and still come back and makes a big difference. So I think it's a nice stop.
Speaking about making a big difference, Solomon, when you look at the Elephants, who can come in and make a big difference from MSA Fire and co?
Well, for me, there is many of them. I think Amad Diallo, For me, he plays differently than the winger we have because he can play as a 10, he can play outside, he can pass, he can dribble. So that's somebody who can make the difference.
Well, we'll have to wait and see how Côte d'Ivoire do return into the second half. So far, it is Norway who have 1 foot in the round of 16. But can Côte d'Ivoire, the elephant of the West, make sure to upset the apple cart? And, of course, the Scandinavians. We return after this.